I believe we're live. Welcome to the Mad Apple Burger and Billiards in Appleton, Wisconsin on College Avenue. This is the Jesters match with the reigning Jester Coleman Grosbier against the challenger Jay Christian.
What's up, everybody?
Coleman wins the leg. Unbelievable.
We're back with our weekly installment of the Jester's 8-ball extravaganza. What are we going on, like 6 weeks?
I believe this is week 6.
With 8-ball?
Well, let's hope Coleman plays a little better than he did when he was warming up today.
Yes, some of that wasn't too pretty. Are you sharing the stream to get all tens of Coleman's friends?
All 2 or 3 of his friends.
We need to trade mice here.
Okay.
Because I have all sorts of specific instructions here.
All right, it's best to keep you in charge. Oh, you absolutely crushed that break.
Oh, so what do we got here?
Okay. Well, I like this view.
Yes, it's pretty nice. So we are solely supposed to commentate on this middle monitor.
Okay. No sneak peeks at the table?
Well, number one, we can hardly see the table. And number two, we are slightly delayed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we don't want to commentate on the live table. We don't want to spoil anybody's anticipation of the match. So Coleman absolutely crushed the break.
Yeah, this is really...
Looks like he made a couple balls of everything.
One
solid, and
there's really nothing to complain about here. From where he's at, I think probably solids just because the 6 on the side's pretty easy.
That's kind of his only option.
I guess he could back cut the 15, but that seems unreasonably hard for an opening shot.
Definitely have not had a break and run to start out the match just yet, and we still have not. So the table is still open. Jay Christian to the table. Believe this is his first time up on the Mad Apple Extreme. Or the open stream.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like he was itching to get playing here. Said he signed up all the way back in August. So
it's quite the list.
Yeah,
I haven't personally seen it, but I've heard it's quite long.
All right.
So Jay rattles a 6-ball, gives Coleman a real good opportunity to get those solids that still look about like their only option.
I would assume this is first rack jitters.
Well, neither of them were like give me shots either. They're like, Jay's shot, he was back cutting that 6-ball blindly. Coleman was, kind of a long cut shot in the side, which isn't always easy.
Hey, Leah. Hope you have fun watching your dad today.
Coleman, without any issues, drains that 6-ball, being the combo king he is.
All right. Now that he's established his ball set here, really, I think that 5 goes in the side past the 15, so like he doesn't even really have to play any special shape to get on that.
No, he should do pretty well here. do two rail shape on the one ball. Looks like he's drawn out of that. Oh boy. Well, he didn't tick that 15 on the way out. Still has a view on the one ball.
Yeah, I think that 14 comes into play now, though. You got to be careful that you don't like pound your one ball and run into that stripe.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's going two rail shape, maybe one rail shape. Pretty good shape on that 5 ball.
Yeah, kind of a touchy shot to keep an angle. I'm assuming he's trying to get on the 4 from the 5.
Does he have enough angle to drift down?
It's hard to tell. It looks
There's not a lot of issues though here with like. Well,
the only thing I could see here is if he's too thin on the 4. Trying to get the cue ball slowed down enough to get on the 2.
yeah. I feel like he could have played that with a little more pace to fall straighter on that 4, and then he could even take that 2 if he did. It looks like he's eyeing up the 2 actually.
This is interesting.
He looks like he's too much of an angle on that, unless he plays a 4 in the right corner, which he is. That's a good shot. A little touchy there. A little more, he would have been.
Yeah, that's a little tighter than I would have played.
Do you play this with inside, or do you two rail outside?
I think I would have played that with inside because you're guaranteed that shot. Playing it 2 rails. If you spin it too much, you can run into a stripe doing that.
The object balls don't even come into play at that point.
Right.
So Coleman with a good opportunity to go up 1-0, and he does. So I'm assuming we don't have to score here. The players do the score automatically on their scorekeeping tablet.
Yeah, I believe that's set up. That's real handy because I know we battled with that for the first 2 weeks.
Nice side shot of Coleman's Jacoby custom cue. What is that, like Zircodi butt and forearm with? I don't remember what the handle was.
He'd be so upset with me if I told you I didn't know what it was. He just ordered a new one Friday, and I just laid into him about how much I knew about his cues, but how little he knows about mine. So it's good to have it on record that I have no clue what's in his cue.
It's Zircodi and
it's like spalted maple, I think.
Oh yeah, I do believe it is spalted maple.
We break dry. I mean, he's hammering these breaks though. 10 ball appears to be the one problem ball. 3 ball plays off the 14 or that was the 14, I think, in the side.
I think that 10 does cut in the side.
Yeah,
it's might be real touchy, but
yeah, I think you got to get real good shape on it. I think
he didn't take them anyways, so it's.
Yeah, I think with the 15 on the rail there too, I think the solids are the ball to have.
Yeah.
So here, I think you just got to be careful that I think that 5 ball is going to be a little bit trickier in the rack than you got to make sure you keep track of where you are on the table, not that you wind up trying to get on the 5 from the 1. That's a pretty tough shot. I would maybe think of the 4 here and get on the 1. That's a lie. I probably wouldn't do that.
I don't know if I want to leave that 6.
Yeah,
I think you want to get rid of this 6 right now, because I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's thinking the 2 ball is his last ball.
I like the 2 as your last ball. When he shot that 3 ball on the side off the 14, if that 14 wouldn't have rolled out in the way of the 4 ball, you could play almost like your 4 ball as your last ball, just up in the other corner. So I wonder if he's going to go 4 and try to get on the 5.
Yeah, I think the angle here, you go forward 2 rails. Well, I think he can see the edge of that 1 yet.
Yeah, I think this is one where you can play like straight left on it and run into the 11. Pretty easy. He's got to like not hit it full and wind up behind the 11 with the 5 pushing to the other rail.
Yeah, he could
Like
see
that.
the edge of that. Does not have the 5 ball. He does not have the 2 either.
No, I don't think he can even see the edge of the 5. I was thinking maybe he could see the edge and cut the 5 up.
I think he had. I mean, I personally would jump the 5.
Yeah, you're not. You don't even have to get over the whole ball here. I like
Yeah.
to jump on the 5.
And like, if this 10 were an issue, now he's just opening up that pocket. Definitely a lot moving there. He did avoid the scratch.
Yeah, he's actually didn't do too bad where it all landed. I mean, his balls still get out.
Coleman probably needs to play some sort of a safe here. Not really sure where it is.
Yeah, where do you play a safe though?
Could you thin the 9 maybe and no,
I was thinking maybe you could play the 15 with a little bit of pace, where if you do miss it, he's got a real thin cut on the 5 on the side.
He can't see to 15, can he?
I think he can.
Yeah. Well, he did sell out the 5 ball, but he's on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, Jay's going to have to make a real nice shot here.
You know what, though? All of the windows are there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's perfect. Come between the 15 and 11. And then he'll come between the 8 and 10.
Yeah, I think
you might wind up like short side on the 2 ball. But I think you have to go for that. I don't know if you could like spin this with inside. No, definitely not.
No, I think you have too much angle going the wrong way. Yeah, I think you just hit this with bottom right, and you're got a lot of good places you can wind up.
He's he looks like he's eyeing up just rolling this in and possibly playing a bank shot on the 2.
You think he's gonna bank towards the 15 then, or back cut it?
It looks to me like that 14 is covering the bank to the right.
Overcut it a little bit. Hit the far point. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, for sure. At that angle, your side pocket, it's not a huge pocket. He should definitely take this 10 right now if he's on it.
I like him straightening out just a little bit like that.
Yeah,
Because then you can play the 10 and just roll it in, and you're on the 11.
yeah. See, I just would have taken it right away because you had that slight angle on it, where you weren't like, you know, like here when he makes this, he is going to be bridging right on the rail. Not when you
Unless you
chunk
cheat
it,
it real nice.
not when you chunk it into the rail.
I think he's in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So you can roll the 11 in. So I wonder if the stripe passes the 8 going the other way now. Now that he bumped it a little bit.
It does.
Because I wouldn't be opposed to, what is that, 12, 13, 9, and you could leave your 14. You'd actually take your 14 and leave your 9 as your last ball, too.
I would do 12, 14, 9, 13.
Okay. Just where he wound up here, I think I'd take the 13. 13 with the intention of playing the 14 on the side, and 9 is my last ball.
I think this is the worst part of commentating, is like,
Yeah, because we play so different.
You really expose how dumb we are with 8-ball patterns. Like, people are probably just like, how does Jeff ever win a tournament?
Yeah, anyone that's ever lost to me has just got to feel terrible about themselves.
That, again, probably why I just prefer, rotation to 8-ball. But 8-ball's nice, though, because when you play bad shape, you just have every option on the table most of the time.
He's going to save the 14 for last, then, huh?
No, I think he's going to take. I have no idea.
Yeah. If it was me playing that, if I want the 14 as my last ball, my intention with playing shape on the 9 is I can wind up exactly where he is now on the 14, where it's just a stop shot on the 8. He's got so much angle now, he's got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to do the 14 last, you'd have to definitely kind of, I would think, go over and back. But this is the shot. If he does take this 9, this is one of those shots where he doesn't commit to it fully.
Yeah, he's.
I mean, not saying. Well, okay.
I'm not crazy about the way he played that.
Yeah.
You either got to play it basically to the other side of the 8-ball, or play it back and forth.
I think with where it lied, I don't even think you play the 9 there. I do think as straight as you are on the 14 that you just take it.
Oh,
wow! Narrowly avoids the scratch.
I thought he overcut it when he first hit it.
Coleman takes a nice lead of 2-0. I notice we are shooting with the Aramith Super Pro TV balls this week.
I think we might have been in charge of making sure the right balls are out there the last couple weeks, but we just missed that. Seems only reasonable that the 2 people in the booth would be in charge of what equipment we're using here.
Maybe. Well, in all fairness, though, I'm sure they're just going up there and grabbing whatever balls the ladies just played with.
That's true.
And they were playing with these.
New queen this week.
Yeah, Holly DeVillers defeats the reigning queen, Danny Henning. Danny did real well. She had, 4 weeks?
Yeah, 3 for sure.
Sean, of course, is the king. The King of the Hill match, of course, has moved to Friday nights now. Hoping that we get a little more larger group of players to draw from. And we've already seen that. John Fields.
Yep.
He's finally played one.
Yeah. The matches have been real good too. It's nice to see some fresh faces playing after the Sunday night seemed like, not that it was the same people all the time, but Mason and Ray kind of rotated back and forth for who was reigning for a while. It seems like they got some new blood in there.
I feel like I owe Sean money for that clinic he put on Friday. Can you believe we got to watch that for free?
Oh,
that was a pretty nice shot from Jay.
That
Just came, and if he was trying to get on that 2-ball, that was a really great shot. It is open right now, right?
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the opening shot.
So Coleman, obviously, I think you take solids here.
Yeah, I think there's really nothing to help you get the 15 out of trouble. You might as well take, especially Jay was kind enough to get him on that 2-ball. Boy, that's embarrassing.
What happened?
He just did the swing and miss.
Oh man. We'll get that on replay. Oh yeah. We do have that on replay. We will be able to replay that for you guys.
I'm gonna lose it even worse if he does it again.
Isn't that just amazing how you can do that without hitting the object ball?
Well, I think you psyched him.
Here's our instant replay of Coleman swing and a miss on this 2-ball here. Do you need a moment? Coleman will appreciate that one. So Jay with a real good opportunity to take his the set of balls he wanted.
Yeah, I gotta think he's got to be happy to get up and a chance to shoot at solids again. He had that real tough starter, but I think he's in a real good position here.
Can you shoot that 3-ball somewhere? Does it, from your angle, does it go by the 15 to the left?
Yeah, I think it goes to the same pocket as the 4, is what it looks like to me.
Okay. So if he can kind of preserve that 6-ball or maybe even the 1-ball to play that 3 in the lower left corner, he might be okay to run this rack here.
It's a good shot to get on the 5. That's a real good shot to get on the 5.
So here, I'm assuming you probably roll forward for the 1 in the side, or does he have a different angle than what I'm seeing here?
I think he's not going to cross the side pocket. He's going to be like by the diamond.
Okay.
But if that 1 goes in the other corner, I don't see why you wouldn't roll the 5 in and shoot the 1.
You mean to the bottom left?
Yeah.
That 6 is covering that.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Every time I think something passes, you say it doesn't, and every time I think it doesn't pass, you say it does.
So he didn't take the 5-ball, which is interesting because you can pretty much only shoot that. I mean, you could shoot it up in the lower right pocket, but you're probably gonna.
Yeah,
probably should have played that there.
Yeah, I think kind of how the balls lay here, that 5 almost had to go right then. I wonder if he's going to try to break or push the 15 off the 3 with this shot on the 1. Try to break those up.
He's from this angle. He's probably is he gonna run into him from the top side, or does he?
No, I think he goes off the rail into the 3 kind of. Something like that. Looks like they lined up for him pretty good.
A little unlucky bumping into that, but the combo does go.
We've got a real local contingent watching today. Sean Ruzick.
Oh, what's up, Sean? Oh yeah, hey Billy and Jeff, long day yesterday. That was,
that's those 6-man bar tournaments.
6-man bar tournaments. You think they're going to be done by like 6 o'clock. You think it's on pace to get done by 6 o'clock. Next thing you know, it's bar close.
It's like we just didn't quite cut the 3 enough on that. But Coleman's got not much to shoot at here.
12 in the side's about it. And he's back cutting it slightly.
I think you're better off banking the 15. The good news for Coleman is he's got that 14 covering the pocket for the 3, and that 5 ball still only kind of goes in 2 pockets.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might. I don't know. Would you play the carom on the 14, like the 11? Almost like you're cross banking the 11. Oh, he's cutting the 15. This is somewhat of a flyer. So this 5 ball, Jay's problem ball is probably.
Oh, how do you not scratch on that?
Wow, that's a pretty good shot.
Well, he's pretty fortunate to stay out of the pocket, so we better do something with it here.
Be a real good lead for Coleman if he could get out of this.
I almost would prefer to shoot the 11 here. I don't know what his plan is to get on the 9 ball.
I think you do that right now. I think you shoot the 12, get your angle on the 9. Because you can make that 12, or you can make the 9 from just about where the 12 is. So he's probably going to do the 10 ball, 12, and then 9, but
wrong, way wrong.
Well, he had a little more angle than what I saw.
Yeah,
But like if he was where I definitely like leaving that 10 because you are going to wind up with an angle on that 9. That 10 ball just gives you somewhat of an option if you don't get on. So now he's cutting the 12. And this is kind of the same angle he had to start out the rack. He is kind of back cutting that.
So he's likely going to run in the 5 here, huh? Boy, did he weasel out just enough to see the 11?
He did, yeah, and he's got a really nice opportunity to get out here.
Yeah,
if he just gets good on the 9, it's a couple stop shots away from being up 3-0.
Just not really committing to a shot here. He put bottom on that ball, but he didn't hit it with
He
any
just
kind
kind
of
of
pace.
just kind of slid it
Yeah.
over.
So I wonder.
I don't think he can see this, even the edge of it.
No.
He'd probably have to jump it. I think the jump is a good option. And he's not terrible with the jump cue.
See him walking around like he's gonna back cut the 12.
Oh my
13.
gosh. Is that what he's shooting?
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, it looked like he was dead on.
Yeah, there's one where, you know, if you're gonna shoot that shot, shoot the shot. You got to hit it hard enough to get to the pocket. If you're gonna play it, you got to play it. Had to know you're gonna run into those two solids.
Well, Jay looked like he thought he fell a little short on that three, but he wound up pretty good.
It chunked it a little bit.
That's one, you know, he was thin enough where, you know, I think he was trying to hold it.
Yeah,
But
like
I
going
think
up
that's
and down.
one you just go up and down. Like
Yeah.
it's so thin, and your two balls are right there. So you know, when he rewatches this, I think he'll wish he had gone up and down with that.
This will be a good test to see how comfortable Coleman is with the speed of the table.
This is a tough shot here. Like,
Gonna run right into it. I'm gonna have to take some lessons from him.
well, what I mean, like to kill it where this is that shot I was trying to tell him, like,
Oh yeah, to
You-
be able to play it without English on
you
it.
don't have to put like bottom right on that. Like you're gonna want to try to not spin out of control once he hit the rail. I don't. He probably couldn't have held that anyways, but because he was real thin on that. Nice confident stroke there. Does not scratch. So Coleman Grosbier goes up 3-0 on Jay Christian.
Look like we're gonna have a quick break here.
Looks like Jay's taking a quick player break.
Sade wants to know if Coleman got any practice yesterday besides breaking.
Yeah, Sage, you know, that strategy worked really well for I think it was 3 matches or 2 matches. But once Coleman started making balls on the break and then attempting to run out, it kind of went awry.
turns out it's a lot harder to run out when there's other balls on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely did not get the wide open table looks that I got for a couple matches. And actually in the hot seat match, every table Coleman and I got up at was kind of a mess. And then in the third place match, we got one attempt up to the table, and if we didn't get out, Rose Bowl got out. Fun tournament. I would do it again if it happened today. I haven't played in one of those little citywides like in quite a while.
It's been a while.
You can only handle so many. Well, that one is actually a long. I know this sounds funny, but it's kind of a long race. You know,
That's
for
like
a
to
6-man
4?
team. No, race to 5.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
Different than the Chili Grant and
Race to 3.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Neillsville Winter Carnival. That was last weekend, of course.
Pittsville Citywide coming up too.
I think that might be also on the 19th.
I'm not sure. I just remember seeing the flyer at Jacoby's on Friday.
Yeah. A lot of emphasis on those. The locals really like those team tournaments, and they're only a race to 3. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, they take so long anyway.
They do, and even that Chili Granton one, it's like a race to 3. I think it does go to 4 once you get to the money or shooting into the money, but it's still like bar close when it's done.
Yeah, I remember playing in the finals one year. We got double dipped by a Browns team that could hardly stand up. That was all the way till bar close.
They were that tired, huh?
Yeah. Sworn enemies, and then I joined their side, and I don't know that we ever played a 6-man tournament together. Country Air, I think, maybe one year.
That was a fun tournament. That was the first ever tournament that I went to. I've really only been seriously playing pool for 15 years? 15-ish.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I started when I was 20 and a half, so mine's pretty easy. Yeah, this will be like 15 years for me.
Okay, so probably 13 or 14 for me. Well, anyways, the Country Air was the first tournament I ever went to where there was more than 2 tables. Yeah, I think there was 6 tables there, 6. And it was holy cow, there's 6 this is the biggest tournament I've ever seen in my life. It was really a sight to see back then for me.
Wedding venue turned pool tournament.
Yeah. Oh, back to the match here. What's going on here?
Jay's on solids. He had a really nice shot on the 3-ball, or on the 5-ball, I mean.
Well, this will be another nice one. Pretty long, tight window.
It's a nice shot. His problem ball here is going to be that 6 for sure. And I think if it's me here, I almost feel like I'm forced to take the 2.
That is a thin cut. If you look at that on the overhead.
It is, but what's he gonna? He's got to do something with the 3 or the 7 to break the 6 up. He can't do anything with the 2 to get there.
Have you considered playing a safe off the 3-ball? I know that's just blasphemy, but I here, just kind of stun over.
Yeah, the safe off the 3 isn't bad. You got to be careful you don't tie the 3 and a 2 up or something weird like that.
I think you'd 2-rail the 3 out of there.
I think I did see him call safe.
Queuing awfully high for that.
Well, he's just gonna go down to the rail.
Okay. Didn't get as greedy as what I would have tried.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would have tried to get back up behind the 7 and 8, but that's, when I was talking about pushing the 3 over into the 2, that's how you'd do that, is hit it too hard. So depending on how aggressive Coleman wants to be here, I think he's got the 14 available. Opts to go the other way.
I think that was kind of a 2-way.
Yeah.
I don't think he really went at that. But he did give Jay a pretty decent opportunity here. I think he can shoot that 6 in the side. If he...
Yeah, it looks pretty tight. And from my vantage point, that 7 looks mighty tight coming this way, too.
Yeah, I guess from this angle, you do have to somewhat back cut that 6.
So he's going after the 3. Sounds like they get the tournament mic on pretty loud today.
$30 players today.
Yeah, they were dangerously close to 32, which triggers $100 added money.
I wonder if there's added money
I'm-
before that.
I think they have like prorated. I'm pretty sure it's a set amount up to at 16. I think.
Okay.
Not 100% for sure on that, but I could have sworn I saw it on a flyer.
I'd like to see the numbers, and I'm sure someone like Chris, I bet well, I don't think he runs them anymore, but Adam might. I'd like to see the numbers from, their participation during the handicap, and then when they switched it to,
the shorter
the
race,
straight. Yeah, I think is it just a race to 4?
Yeah, I know. When they get these real big fields, they will cut the loser side down to 3. I think.
Sure. No one wants to be here like
Right.
super late on Sunday.
Yeah. J opts to play safe there. This is a bit of a chess game here with that. I think that 6 is in a weird spot. Coleman doesn't want to move the stripes by it because it's in a weird spot. And I think for Coleman here, regardless of if you're going to go after something or not, you got to at least move that 11 out of there. Have one less ball tied up on it.
I think he could shoot the stripe right now, couldn't he?
The 14?
Or yeah, the 14. I mean,
Yeah, he could, but I don't think he wants to.
it's not a bad shot, and he would get straight. If he overran it just slightly, he gets an angle on the 10 to shoot the 11 up.
It's like
Just a thought.
kicks the 13 in. Unbelievable. Huh?
How did you know that before it happened,
No,
Billy?
my bad. I get just so wrapped up in everything that's happening. We probably could have caught that too. We caught the swing and the miss, but we didn't cut the kick shot.
Oh,
He's gonna like that.
oh, he actually called it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, here's
I'm
my-
sure he'll screenshot it and just
Oh, yeah.
replay it for us.
Yeah, another snippet. Yeah, the problem with, making that shot is like he's still not in much of a better spot than he was before.
I would.
It's a pretty good save. That's actually a really good save.
It is a real good save. I was actually going to suggest to bank the 15 down and try to draw back to the side
Okay.
rail, like where the chalk is.
All right, yeah.
Because then you get another ball down there to help you with
Yeah.
the other 3 down there.
I mean, it looks like a mess, but I think if you get right on the 14, where you can get on the 11 and then you can shoot the 10 in the side.
Yes,
But it's not
but
that-
Billy, he's been on that angle twice.
Yeah, but off the rail.
Well, let's put it this way: if Coleman was playing shape and that's where he landed, he'd probably take the shot.
Yeah, here it is.
Now he's got the angle, and he's cueing a full ball,
Yeah.
and he's got the angle to.
His shot where he kicked the 13 in, I think would have been more productive pushing that 11 out of the way. Because here
Yeah.
it is, he's got to move the 7. From this spot, needs to move the 7 and wind up with a shot on the 11.
I don't know
The
if
10
he
goes
has
in
to
the
move it. I mean, he could play. Can he play into it, or is it too much angle?
I think you risk winding up jacked up over top of one of those 2 solids if you just roll into it.
Right now, the combo goes. If you were to nudge that 7, it doesn't go.
Is that a high-speed save? I don't know if that was intentional, but he sure wound up in a good spot.
I think it was. I think it was intentional. So Jay contemplating, what do you do here that, you know, obviously you don't want to move the 6.
I actually would be almost tempted to take the intentional foul here and like push the 15 up onto the 7, or like shoot it up by the 11 and 7.
Yeah.
Really give him a problem.
Because the hit is pretty tough, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, he's got to go for the 6 if he's going for a hit, and you got to hit it with some pace.
Well,
you got a good hit. That actually didn't roll out too bad for him.
I mean, in the sense that the 11 is still on the rail.
Right. The 11's on the rail, and all the solids go to a pocket.
Well, you know, Coleman has to try to get out here. I think you do the stop shot on the 14, take that slight angle on the 10.
I guess if
the 10 does go down now too, but
yeah, I'm not completely opposed to shooting the 10 here and just kind of draw a square into the 2.
If you were to get goofy, you have the 9 ball there.
Right.
There's a backup.
You got a little safety, and as long as you hit the 2 and clear the 11 to the pocket, there's like no danger there. You got the 9 for safety. The only danger is if you thin the 2 and you roll on the 7 weird, where you'd be forced to take a real steep angle on the 11. Doing an awful lot of figuring here.
Chris Binder says his Sundays will be empty without listening to Bill and Jeff. Do you think
another local Boone is watching? I haven't seen you in a while, Boone.
Oh, Boone's watching. Cool. Boone, you won't believe this. I was gonna play in that dart tournament yesterday. I had nothing to do yesterday, and I was gonna play in a dart tournament. I'm like 1,000 added. All I got to do is draw like a good partner that'll carry me to the finish line.
Yeah. For future reference, is it easy to have someone carry you to the finish line in darts,
as it is in pool?
Yeah.
We wound up with a last minute team in the Loyal Citywide.
All right. We're back to the match. Coleman's in trouble here. That 11 ball is going to give him fits.
You know, he should. Well, no, I was just going to suggest he needs to leave that 9 ball and take one of these tougher shots, and then try to get on that 11 off of the 15 ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his plan is.
And then he's got the backup plan, the backup ball in the 9 ball.
The way he was just eyeing up his shape on the 13 is like he's going to try to wind up with a perfect angle to follow and land between the 2 and the 11.
He can do that right here off the 15. But he's doing it with inside. See, I'd do this 2 rail outside. I also probably would have done just that. Boone says it is, in fact, that easy just to get a good partner.
Oh, man, I should have gone to that.
Oh, well, Billy, you were too busy going to the farmer's market to play pool.
Yeah, well, got a couple nice loaves of bread and some nice, some kind of oyster mushrooms.
Yeah, all of which I've not seen a picture of as proof that you actually didn't sit at home yesterday instead of playing pool.
I got some blackberry pie, pecan, cinnamon rolls, Bavarian cream, pachkas, plotskis, something like that.
I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Some guys just like to enjoy the The finer things in life.
The Danish and French delicacies.
Not Danish. That's Polish.
Polish.
Yeah.
Not very good in the cartography area.
It's like Jay's got a pretty good chance to get out here. Nice shot on the 7 to hold the cue ball up.
Looks like Jay will be on the board here.
Here we go.
We've got a match.
3-1 Coleman. I will say I think that 11 did come back to haunt him.
Oh, for sure.
You know how many shots ago maybe it would have been a decent time to just shoot the 11 out of there, bank it out of there, do something with it.
We have 22 viewers on YouTube. How many? Okay, we have 56 total. So the 44 of you on... No. Is this window? No. I'm sorry. So we have 44 on YouTube and 22 on Facebook. So everybody on Facebook, if you could go to our YouTube channel, Mad Apple Extreme, or is it Mad Apple X Videos?
Extreme.
Mad Apple Extreme. And like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications.
If you like the content of me and Jeff babbling on now almost a weekly basis.
You know what other metrics I'd like to see is the boost in subscribers since we started commentating.
It'd be pretty heartbreaking if it was the opposite, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice solid break by Jay. That's the first time we've gotten to see him break. Looks like this table's breaking a little bit better than it was last week. And I do like stripes, and he's on the 9 ball.
I would take the 15.
Yeah, actually, now that I look at it.
I wasn't sure.
How do you make this the overhead view again?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're jamming me up here.
Oh, is that why you thought you'd take the 9 ball?
Yes.
Okay, that's not just your poor pattern play.
It's 100% your fault.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna take the 9 ball, so it's not a terrible.
Well, he's
shot.
taking the 9. So Billy's poor pattern selection, not so poor at all.
I like the 15. I think Jay's thinking he's got to push that 8 ball out or like run into the stack there and always take. Looks like he's taking the 15. Though.
Well, now that I do see the overhead, it is a little thin.
Yeah.
Oh, he held it pretty well though. Maybe it wasn't that thin.
When he was first looking at the 9, it looked like he was thinking he had to go into the 8, 13, 11 there, but I don't think he had to do that.
No, I think once he clears the 12 out, both of those balls go, or the 11, and then the whatever ball that was goes to the lower right.
Clip to 7, so he's going to have a combo here. Actually, the 13 might pass the 12.
That is a thin cut.
It is, but it's that or a combo, and you know how I hate combos.
You might even, I don't know, cross bank the 8 and the other in that corner. He's playing combo.
It's a nice shot.
Real nice shot. I think we'll see a table run here. I think he'll get, you know, kind of like where the one ball is. Like he wants that angle on the. Was that the 12 ball or
13, I believe.
It is the 13 ball. And then, of course, the 14 up in the corner. Let me see this mouse here. Oh, that's Facebook. I wanted to see the YouTube.
A little bit steeper than I think he wanted to be, but he's fine.
No, I think he's fine. I think he's perfect.
Yeah, you just
because it's natural. You don't have to do anything here.
Yeah, I definitely like the angle. I was so bad at, cutting thin shots that I'd prefer to be
shooting
pool.
Thicker.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling you, like, once my foot's healed, I'm going to be back to playing, but I'm just so bad, I doubt that's ever going to happen.
Jay is
getting close to that 5.
Super lucky. Played it awfully close to that 5 ball there.
Perfect pace.
So do you just pop off the rail once, or do you go 2 rails?
I play like almost like I'm planning on not hitting the second rail, so you get like that longer angle coming up.
The scratch in the side angle.
Yeah.
The I can't believe that cue ball went there angle.
Yeah, the dumbfounded after it happens angle. That's me.
And then you naturally like show that angle on the cue.
It's our first run of the day. Break and run by Jay. Very nice.
So Jay Christian tightens up the match 3-2. If you're Coleman, do you take your player break? Jay just won 2 games.
I maybe save it for when he ties it up. Hope I can slow him down. Maybe get another game.
So this is what I wanted to look at on the YouTube replay. You see how Jay's racking?
Okay.
That is 1 ball off
Corey Duel rack.
The Corey Duel rack. And I noticed that because when he broke the balls last, you'll see that one set of balls is going to be on one end of the table, and the other set will be on the other side of the table.
Interesting.
And if you do this softly, the solids will kind of separate from the rack, and the stripes will cluster.
Didn't hit that one the greatest. I did try the Corey Duel rack one time, and I broke dry. Hill broke dry, and the other guy ran out because it worked exactly like it was supposed to.
It does. It work. It does work. Like if you hit it well, it works.
That was the one and only time I ever pattern racked. I had worked on it and thought like, well, this would be something to have in the arsenal just in case.
Yep.
And Turtle Open, I don't remember who I was playing, but it was Hill. And I'm like, well, what better time than now to bust this thing out? And
Karma.
big cluster of stripes and the.
Oh, you did the soft one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works the same way. Like it works different, same but different if you bust them real hard.
Yeah.
So Jade did break dry, and it was somewhat.
I don't think he hit him as square as he could have. His first break was really good, really nice and square hit, and everything spread out real well. or if he's gonna combo the 9. Here's what he called. Combo on the 12.
So the 15
Oh,
looks like
trombone, I think it was.
And the old excuse me, pardon me from the 6 ball comes and moves that 8 away from the 9.
Well, can he play the 9 and draw into the 13 or 12 or whatever sitting over there? 11? What ball is that? 13. Play the 9 and draw into the stripe and push the 2 off of it.
You might carry him off the 15 and scratch.
I think he's got like not that steep of an angle where he can control it. He can draw it a little bit more, like get around the 15.
You might play this kind of thinner and bump the 15 over there. Coleman opts to do neither of those. Playing safe. Not quite the get out or sell out mentality that we have.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be as foolish as we are. I will say, generally speaking, whenever I try to play safe, though, I generally just sell out. So I might as well go down swinging and try to sell out for myself. I think Jay can see the 3 from here is about all he's got.
It's quite the long shot.
Long shot, and there's still a lot of work to be done, even if he makes it.
Yeah, that 2 and 7 are really doing nothing for him.
I think that 6 is pretty tight past the 8. I think it passes, but
it does go.
It's a little bit tighter than one.
Nothing that you'd want to have to rely on to break those up. But
Right.
it is your only ball, but to do that. We'll probably have somewhat of a little cat and mouse game here, I think, on this one.
All right, Coleman with kind of a long shot with just a hair of an angle on it.
He can cheat this and hold it, though.
Do you think you just play down to the bottom rail
Yeah.
and then play the carom on the 15 off the 11 or 13 or whatever we decided that ball was?
If you look at the overhead, that 13 is pretty high.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty tough for the carom. I think I think he tried to hold this, like not bump into the, because you can kind of pinch this in and, maybe undercut it slightly.
Okay.
Shoot it to the right side of the pocket, hold it, and then you're on the 15. Kind of with you want on the 15 with a slight angle. I can't see where he's queuing. Okay. Not sure if he tried to make that.
I think he did, but he just didn't cut it at all.
He had one of those yesterday where it was like that pretty close to that angle. And he chose to put like outside and drift way over to the right.
Okay.
As opposed to like try to like just cinch it in and hold it. But it is kind of a tough shot.
Yeah, it's one of those where I don't think you have enough angle that you can cheat it the other way and like get on the 9 ball to do something with it. You almost have to cheat it, hit it thick to the pocket and try to wind up on the end rail. Jay's up again with nothing really to shoot at.
I think if I were Jay, you probably, ideally want.
That's about
Well, you definitely,
yeah.
ideally don't want that.
Well,
But what I meant for Jay is like to get one of these 3 object balls, get another ball down by the pocket,
yeah.
like where Coleman's standing.
So is Coleman gonna try to just run into the 2 here?
Well, here, you obviously want to kind of measure it out where you. And this is kind of tough because you can't just run into the 2. I think you got to catch the 12 a little bit.
Either that, or you have to hit the 2
Or the
kind of
13,
thin
whatever
so it
ball it is.
rolls.
You can't just blast it, which is what
Well,
Coleman did, and came out perfect.
why not?
So I don't even know why we're up here.
Okay, now do you shoot this stripe or do you shoot the 9 and like try to push the 8 out from under the 6 so it's easier to play shape on?
No, I would shoot the. What ball is that? I can't tell.
I think it's the 13.
13. Okay.
I spent all rack wondering what ball that is, and I'm pretty sure it's the 13.
It is. I just looked on the actual table, and you can tell a lot better.
Like I know the 9 is a kind of a tough shot here, but honestly, as much as he seems to be kind of tightening
It's pretty
up
thin
today,
though. Like look at the overhead.
I know that, but you're gonna hit the 8. You're gonna push the 8 out where it's easier to play shape on the 8. As timid as he seems to be playing today, I like having that 8 out where I don't have to play real tight shape on it. Unless you don't cut it.
Now that I look at this overhead, I completely forgot about that 10 ball.
Oh,
Did you remember the 10
Yes,
ball? Okay.
yeah. That's part of why I like pushing that 8 out, because then you have that. You can use either the 10 or the 13. Hard to say if that 2 ball looks like it goes past the 13, but it's mighty tight.
Yeah, it definitely goes by. I do think I think Jay's a little more comfortable at the table now. I think we're probably going to see a tie match after this. He let up a little bit there.
Yeah, he's got himself in a bit of a pickle here. Yeah, I would have been. I think I would have tried to play like either the 4 on the side or like the 2 as my next ball.
What does he have here?
Bank the 4.
I think that is his. That's the only object ball that he'd be able to shoot at.
I don't know if that 6 maybe squeezes between those stripes, but I'm not a big fan of that shot.
Judging by the overhead, I don't think it does.
He's looking at it.
Let's check out the other cam. This is where, like, if I'm watching on YouTube, I'll just like kind of angle my phone and like look down at, as if the playing surface is 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional.
Does he have anywhere to play safe here?
Maybe like you're banking the 4 and try to get the cue in line with the 10, like underneath it.
Okay.
But that doesn't really do anything for you because Coleman would, play the little ticky back and forth.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty.
Thin the 10, and he's got the ticky on the.
Well,
I don't think he played safe, but he did exactly, just about exactly what.
yeah, I think Coleman can cut that 9 ball though. Long shot, long thin shot.
What about the safe option?
Jeff. That's actually not that bad of an option.
I mean, just because the 9 is long,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at him looking at the safe here.
And he's hit, in his
He
Mo-
sure
in-
seems pretty proficient at these. And I don't want to jinx him, but he's been hitting them pretty good.
yeah, he had a couple in some previous matches, like little, just kind of lag the cue ball to the object ball, and he's come out pretty well. Might be a little too soft.
Yeah.
He might have got him.
I don't know. He's got to be close to being able to see that too.
Yeah, that 7 isn't quite covering it. I mean, he can definitely get a hit.
Yeah, I think you were in more danger under hitting that than you were over hitting it.
Well, he did have to masse just slightly.
He's got that 8-ball in a spot now. It's probably got to be broken out.
No, I don't think so. I think if you look where that lies, I think I think it goes to the.
Almost looks like between the diamond and the pocket to me.
Let's check out
Give me a better
overhead.
angle. I don't know. I can't. Doesn't look like there's a gap in it. So then you just wind up and fire at the 10 ball, and we fired pretty hard at it to do that. I don't know. I think he might be hooked on a 13 even. So I guess you're, almost have to clip the 8 here if you're trying to break it out. So you stay, if you hit just the 6, you got a chance of rolling dead behind the 8. No big deal. Just cut that stripe in with the perfect amount of spin.
Well, Coleman definitely chunked that ball into the rail, but I don't think he. I mean, Jay's definitely got to come with a shot here to remain at the table.
Yeah, to get started for sure.
So if the 8 didn't go, that means the 6 goes, right?
I think.
It's got to be really close.
Unless we're both idiots and the 6 doesn't go and the 8
Well,
goes.
we are both idiots.
Right.
And that's 7. I mean, does a 7 go by the 7 looks like it's pretty
Looks
pretty
tight, but I think it goes. Well, it's hard to say. The overhead, it looks like it goes, but the end view, it almost looks like it's too tight.
Jay doesn't want to bump that. He does avoid it.
So we're going to find out here if that 8-ball goes, right? I would think if it goes, he's going to play like a draw shot on the 9.
So he doesn't have much angle here. Does he have to like draw this to the rail and then spin over?
Actually, he might be able to stop, like almost stop dead, and then he can shoot the 13 and come straight across the table, square into the 6. What do you think of that?
I'll tell you what. Let's look at this overhead here. That 8 doesn't go in the other corner if you run into the 6, does it? It looks pretty close to that. And you know how much that can throw. Like if it is, even if it is off angle, it's quite easy to accidentally throw that in.
Yeah, jeez.
So Jay's still looking at that 6 ball. I think even if it did go, I think the 9 may now be slightly covering it. If it wasn't a tough shot now, it's certainly, or before, it certainly is now.
Yeah, this rack here has been a little bit sloppy.
Dennis Silsdorf doesn't like this rack either. Yeah, I agree, Dennis. A little slow moving game, this one. Something about, like, I don't mind watching some one pocket, but like when you're watching these slow 8-ball games, it's a little pokey. So Jay just plays safe.
Plays safe, but he let Coleman see that 13.
If Coleman was paying attention to what Jay, how Jay's demeanor was when he was looking at that 6-ball, Coleman might be safe to kind of spin this 13-ball. If Coleman could bump that too, Coleman's on the 9.
Yeah, I think where he's at, where he's only got 2 balls on the table, he's got to do something here. A little bit more aggressive than he usually would. It's nothing really, no great safe opportunity.
I didn't see. Did he call something?
I think he's cutting it.
Okay.
Well, he is just dead set to make sure he's firing 100 miles an hour on all these shots.
There are a couple times, when I was like coaching him yesterday, to try to get him to like just a smoother stroke when you want to hit something hard.
Yeah.
Just put a little smoother stroke on it, and you don't have to hit something.
I'm not sure that trying to go all the way around the table is the shot there either. I think like a inside, try to run into the 2 like you mentioned, or
yeah.
If you got enough spin on it, you could possibly even hit the 6. At any rate, Jay's up with a real good chance here.
Well, if the 6 goes, it's a real good chance. Otherwise, there is a little bit of work to do. He does have to play shape on all of these balls. This isn't like a, swipe the rack kind of ball in hand.
6-ball did not go. Got that 9 in the spot, though.
What do you do here? I mean, can you play safe anywhere? Do you just lag the 13 up, or do you try to move the 9 and get the cue ball back up?
I was thinking you could lag the 13. You could maybe even push it kind of towards the side pocket and then leave your cue ball to the right, right where his right hand is now. Leave it there, and he's either got to play the 6 or play a combo on a 2-ball that barely passes the 8.
He did call the bank on the 9. I would personally try to two-rail the 13 up. Coleman drills the 9-ball.
There it is. I don't know if you can see the...
Well, he's going to be cutting it to our right. He certainly can't see it to cut it to the left. So he is cutting it slightly into a blind pocket.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot to calm down and
hits it nicely.
And hit. See if you can knock this 8 in.
So Coleman should take a couple seconds here. Collect himself and roll this 8 in for a 4-2 lead. Banks are in.
4-2.
That was a little strategic game of 8-ball. one of which we know nothing about how to commentate.
Yeah. Seemed like Coleman was kind of firing at some stuff out of frustration there. Bank on the 9 ball, I think, could have been played a little bit softer with a little bit more thought. At any rate,
here we are. In danger of yet another excursion to the Mad Apple Billiards and Burger Company in Appleton, Wisconsin. Next Sunday, if he does win.
Possibly not next Sunday.
Really?
Sean was telling me they're having a big foosball tournament here. A state foosball tournament.
Is it open? Do they allow player members in the state foosball tournament?
Yeah.
How many weeks do I need to play in this foosball tournament?
I think the real question is, can your partner drag you along as easy in foosball as they can in darts?
No, I don't think so. Don't think so.
All right. Coleman with a scratch on the break, and I think I start with the 14 up in the corner.
That works out well with my schedule. I'll be in Portage next Saturday.
What are you doing in Portage?
I don't know. It's either
some kind of pool tournament.
590 or a 600 and under or something like that.
Okay. Well, if they ever start having 612 and unders, I'll be able to play.
At this point, it's been so long since you've played pool. You're just going to sell for a ridiculous amount of money in Calcutta. Probably have zero chance of winning.
Yep.
So they're just going to be super expensive for you to go to, for us to go to.
Get a reputation for stiffing people.
It probably wouldn't take long. And if you just told people, like, you are not buying half.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if I said, like, yeah, I haven't really been playing for the better part of a year and a half, I think they'd fall into it. I think they'd listen.
Possibly. Maybe walk in with your boot and scooter.
So I just sold my scooter on Friday. So
Really?
I don't have it anymore.
They're a big second-hand market for scooters.
When you want to just get rid of them, yeah.
Okay.
It just so happened that a buddy of mine has a coworker that's having surgery in April.
Okay. How much does a used scooter go for?
I got $50 for mine.
$50.
That includes all a bell and a basket on it.
Your insurance company probably paid $20,000 for that scooter, and
They didn't pay a dime.
And you sold it for $50.
They did not pay a dime for it.
Really?
No. All out of my own pocket.
So Coleman has a good opportunity. Jay
missed that 9 ball. I was a little surprised by that. Worst part for Jay is, like, he pretty much cleared up all of Coleman's problems.
Yep.
Before he missed.
So what do you do with the 8? I mean, it goes in the.
If you are comfortable enough playing to get fairly straight on the 7, I think I leave the 7 for the last ball and just play the 8 in the side.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the 8 does go, in the corner too, so, shooting the 1 ball on the side as your last ball.
Yeah.
But I think he's obviously beyond that.
Yeah, I think I go probably 4-1-6-3 with the scratch in the side angle we were talking about earlier.
Uh-huh.
And then basically anything but dead straight on the rail on the 7 is fine. He's not going to play the 4 first. So I wonder if he'll go 6-3-4.
Well, if he is leaving the 7 as the last ball, I would do the 3 as my second to last ball.
Right. Now he's got himself kind of a weird angle.
But it's enough of an angle, and the 3 is close enough to the pocket that you just kind of punch this off the left rail. Or try to, yeah, that was enough angle to do that. I don't know if holding it.
Yeah, he's a little out of sorts here, it seems. Real good opportunity for Jay, though.
Jay is definitely extremely happy to be back up to the table here. So it looks like he's going to shoot the 9 with a little inside English to go 2 rails. Don't overspin that. So he can shoot the 15.
I think he can shoot that 13 up in the corner.
The 12, yeah, okay, the 12.
12, 13. It's hard for me to tell.
But I think he's got the angle going towards the 8.
Oh,
so
okay.
he's got to shoot the 15.
We can come 2 rails out here. Just be careful you don't run into the 7. That was a smart shot. Just play it in the side.
Well, I don't think it goes in the corner, so I think he had to play it in the side. That was a nice shot. He was real thin, real nice pocket speed on that ball. Does he have a bit of an angle to kind of bump the 8, or can he play? Can he avoid it?
Straight past it. I thought he looked pretty straight there.
So he does have a full pocket by the 7.
It's a little bit steep cut. Nothing that I would say you'd have any issues with. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Was that the commentator's curse?
No, I don't think so. We didn't.
The really bad news for him is it didn't even hang in the pocket. Rolled
yeah,
to the other side.
If that 4 wasn't there, it might make this a little tricky.
Yeah.
But I mean, all he's got to do here is just kind of punch this and drift up a little ways. I didn't think he'd hit the 8 coming out, but he's real good. I think Coleman should put this game away.
Yeah, just gotta remember to draw it a little bit, so it makes it easier to get on the 8, or just stop it dead. Either one.
Definitely didn't want to be on the rail or anything.
Right. Yeah, he's got to be pretty happy to wind up with a second chance here.
Yeah. So this one here, well, boy. What I was saying is I go, 2 rails like straight top.
Yes.
Like that inside is what I think. I'm assuming he put inside on that. It looks like he probably really forced that cue ball over too far to the right.
Yeah. I think he needed to be a little bit more conscious of what he was doing on the ball before that.
Yep.
Gonna try to cut this in.
Is it cutting it or banking it?
Cuts it in.
Cuts it.
Nice shot. Another amazing shot by Coleman. The pure wizardry coming out of this guy is just remarkable. Yeah, that was one of those.
Wizardry is definitely what I would call it.
I think, was it the 4 ball that he shot just before the 3? I don't think he had to play like a stop shot or try to draw it. I think he could have actually played that to the end rail and out with top. I think he had angle for it.
But no matter what he did, like,
but he could.
It's fine. He could have did it either way. Just like you said, when he shot that 3, he needed to be more conscious about what he was doing. You're gonna realize that. Well, I can't put high inside on this because I'm gonna wind up, damn near short side on it. And it would be fine if he really stroked it to play 3 rail shape. But you wouldn't do that. So Coleman,
wild one off the bleachers here.
Coleman, I think he might have just broke the cue ball or the bleachers.
Wide open. What do you like here?
Solids for sure.
I agree. What's your pattern to get out? 2, 5, 4, 6?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I mean, I was gonna say yes before you even suggested anything. You know, wait, what did you say?
2, 5, 4, 6.
No. God, no.
What?
No, I don't think so.
What's your last ball? 6?
I don't know. It's, there's only 4 balls you have to shoot, but like, I don't know.
I like the 2, 5, 4, 6 because your 4 ball is really like the only ball you have to play a shape on at the other end of the table. And if you can get any kind of angle, like even if you get dead straight on it, you're on the 6. If you can just play to the end rail and out, you're on the 6. If you get too steep on it, you can play right where he's got his cue going there, that line.
Did he fall a little flat on the? Oh, whoops! We should probably change our. Whoops, change our angle here a little bit, huh? Sorry, folks. A lot of new toys up here. Lots of new cameras.
Or a couple of guys who have no clue what they're doing.
I think we are handling all of this new technology with great aplomb. With all this technology they have in here, I don't see a tablet where you order drinks. Like, don't have a. I want like a menu.
How do you get that? Oh, wound up right
Not
behind
good.
15.
He's right behind that 15. I want a tablet with. I want a full drink menu on a tablet up here, and a full bakery goods menu.
Who do you think you talked to about that?
Probably not the owner. I was gonna say Kendall, but probably not Kendall.
Yeah, you want to sneak that past him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe instead of the pool table here, we could just have a tablet with the menu on it.
Yes. Yep.
It's like he's eyeing up a
This-
kick.
Yeah, that was just kind of what I didn't like about the 4-6 pattern.
Okay.
Just a lot of travel.
I mean, honestly, if that 5 ball wasn't there, I think stripes are the ball for sure. It was just that 5 ball where you had to play kind of a real tight position on the 8 was like the only issue.
For a second there, I thought he was shooting right at the 6, like pocketing it.
Oh,
So Coleman definitely fortunate to get a shot at this rack here. So
yes.
he shouldn't put that to waste.
I think he can shoot that 10. The good starter ball. You got the 15 there to cover the 6 in case you were to miss.
Didn't try to do too much with that 10 ball. Just wanted to, pocket the ball and stay up to the table. Nothing wrong with that because you have the 14 hanging in the side. The 14 in the side would have been real nice to save.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be all right. I know he's going to be tempted to probably save that 11-15 for the end, but I think he's got to get rid of that 15.
Yeah, I think I would do the 15 after this. Not anymore, but
Does the 15 pass the 6?
it does, yeah.
Does it? I'd maybe think about going 12, 13, 15, 9, 11.
That's a nice pattern until you get like a bad angle on the 9 ball.
We'll just don't get a bad angle.
Yeah. Balls in the middle of the table are just, if they're. Well, he's definitely a little steep on this 13 if that was his next ball.
He is not.
Balls in the middle of the table, they kind of get a little funky towards the end of the rack in that, like, you can't have too much of an angle on them a lot of times.
Yeah, that's a trap some players will fall into. Is like, yeah, it's nice to have balls in the middle of the table, but yeah, if you got like 3-4 balls in the middle of the table, eventually you're gonna have to play really good shape on at least one of them. You see a lot of players will be, they got that ball kind of by the side pocket on both sides, and all of a sudden at the end they're real thin on one and no shot on the other.
Yeah.
So I
think the 9 ball is probably the shot here, and just kind of draw back a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to like the 11 ball. I don't know.
The only thing I don't like about. Are you saying like the 11 and then 15 on the side?
Yeah, 15 on the side.
Okay.
A little bit dangerous. I mean,
that's not terrible. I mean, the 8's in a spot where you have you just play to shoot the 8 in the left pocket, so that 6 doesn't come into play.
Hit that one really good. He's been playing with a lack of confidence today, but that was a very confident stroke.
Yeah, with that 9 where it was in the middle of the table, you can't really strike that rail at all and have it go in yet.
Yeah. So now if the 15 goes, do you play shape on the 15, or I'd be tempted to still play the 11 before the 15, because you can play, if you're playing to get on the 8 ball, you can play like a dead stop on the 11 and you have enough angle to get on the 8.
Yeah. What I don't like about taking that 15 now is, yes, it's a great. It's a clear ball. You can shoot it in either pocket, but that's, again, like, if you wind up with an angle on it, you have a lot of work to do. Like, let's say you have the angle going down towards the 8, like it's just a wrong angle.
Yeah. You're gonna wind up way too steep.
Not if okay. I was gonna say not if you hit the.
That was the point. Old scratch in the side angle. Did he play that just straight top?
I don't remember.
Probably getting in his head when you were telling him about playing shots with no English on it.
That wasn't the shot, though.
Right.
It's the one, yeah.
Yeah. I
didn't mean he shouldn't use English, but, like, there have been multiple times when, like, you naturally want to put outside English on a ball, but, like, once it catches that rail, it just spirals out of control, right, and suddenly you're 6 feet away from the object ball when you could have been, like, 2 feet.
Don't know what the geometry is here, but he might be eyeing up another clippable shot.
Turning a routine shot into yet another highlight reel.
Yeah, I think
Coleman Van Boning highlight reel.
Or like Coleman Melling.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any issues here with just kind of.
I think you
just kind of cinch this ball. I don't think it's a bad cut. You won't scratch.
Calling it an aside.
Calling it an aside.
Why?
This is like, yeah, not geometrically possible, but almost geometrically impossible.
You have to tease him.
I don't get it. He knows right now. He knows we're just beside ourselves in the booth right now.
All right, he still has to make this 11.
Yes.
Mm.
Wasn't a gimme. Certainly was not a gimme.
I wonder if that 8 must pass the 11, or at least be able to jam it in the pocket where it's going to be impossible for Coleman to win here.
I don't think it's an issue.
Ooh,
Okay.
a little bit steep.
I kind of thought he'd draw into it.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a tough angle where you either have to, jam it and punch your cue ball over, or just put a really, really nice draw stroke on it and draw into it.
Yep. Do you, now that I see where that 8 is, or now that I see where the 15 is, or 11, or whatever that is, 11, he probably could have cheated that and maybe drew over to the right side of it. This is the shot here where it's probably a fairly simple safe. Where like you just kind of putt the 8 ball to the rail.
Oh, yeah.
But like you just hate to do that because it is a touchy safe and it is real easy to sell out on.
Did pretty good to put it in a spot where Coleman's got to do something now. Well,
do you kick at this? Or do you kick at the rail on the 11 and just play safe?
that's kind of what I'm wondering. How confident are you that you can hit the 11, hit a rail, and not scratch?
Well, if you hit the 11, I think your rail is going to be imminent. But, then this not scratching part is obviously the hard part. It's the hitting the 11 somewhat full.
Just called it in the side.
Okay.
Interesting. It would be too much to ask just to play this like a regular person, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Coleman, when you rewatch this, not too smart here.
He's gonna knock.
No, we're not. We're not gonna. Yeah, I really like him either playing safe or like going for the kick from the top rail down.
He's gonna be shocked when he scratches on this.
He got a bad hit anyways.
Yeah. I don't understand why you play it like that.
Not only that, it wasn't anywhere near hard enough where it would not have been remotely close to the side. So we're not even going to replay that cut in the side anymore.
Just like that, Jay's back in the match. 3-5. I'll tell you what I did like is when Jay kicked at that 8 ball to kick towards the pocket with the stripe in it. Where it's got a chance to really get in there and do something for him.
Yep, definitely a smart shot. So this is slightly different from Corey's. Maybe it's by design. Maybe Jay has kind of trialed and gave this some trial run with the stripe not in the middle.
I wonder,
like the 9 would be where the 2 is.
Okay.
I have to say, it really bold doing this on stream.
He's got a big gap between the 1 and the 4.
There is, yeah. He hit that pretty slow too.
Yeah, I might have to ask him about break strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got stripes are wide open.
Now see how this worked here? Stripes on one side, solids
Yeah.
on the other. Very interesting. Definitely not legal in any tournament play. I don't think it's illegal here. I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
I'm not sure. Certainly not our place to interject. Well, obviously, I think you take stripes here.
Yep.
Does the 15-11 any concern, or do you just bump this here?
I think you can make the 11.
Get some overhead cam here. Oh yeah, that 11 is fine.
A little thin on the 9 if he was trying to get on it. This will be the toughest part is going to be, I think from where he's at, you almost have to get onto the 10.
I personally would do 9-10 as my last. No, maybe not. I think that 4 is a little too close to that 10. A little close to his work here. Doesn't have a lot of angle, so he is kind of... He's going to have to take a thinner cut on the 11, I think. Looks like he might have been eyeing up the 13 ball. I don't think that went.
I don't think it does. I think he's going to go 11, 13, 9. He's just got to make sure he doesn't get too thin on the 9 where he's like running into the 7 or something like that.
I think you might naturally run into the 7. Or is he a little... He might be a little flatter on this. I'll tell you what, if you're even going to come close to running it, to coming near the 7, I think you play it to run into the 7.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you might wind up... Yeah, just like that. He did that real well, because I think if you try to avoid it, you might just wind up behind it.
Yeah.
So here's a shot here. You know, I'm sure he didn't want to take this or leave this 9 as his last ball, because you might wind up a little thin on it. Might have to do some traveling with the cue ball.
I tell you what, his speed, like where he just gets a ball to the pocket and it falls in, that's like he's been hitting those shots really well today, and I like that speed here. You roll it just so the 13 rolls over the edge. I think you're pretty much perfect on the 9.
He is going to be thin on this 9.
There it is. I think he's about as good as he could be on the 9.
So you'll have to just take your leave on the 8. I don't think you can do anything with going up and down table here. Oh, he played that pretty well.
Yeah.
From this cam, it looked like he was kind of thinner on that. So
Just like
Jay
that.
with another break and run. Is that a
It's the
second?
second one, yeah.
Okay. if I were Coleman watching this, like just the way he's setting this, I would, I would definitely say, you mind rearranging those a little bit?
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even notice it if I was playing. Especially in 8 ball, I hardly ever notice any kind of a pattern.
But if he was doing that though, like he was, you could tell he was real strategically placing
Oh.
the balls. So Coleman Grosbier leads Jay Christian by a score of 5-4, going to 7.
A dry break.
Was there the same gap there? I didn't see that.
I did not.
Because when he hit that 5 ball, like just the rack didn't explode very well. So Coleman's up. I think you probably do. You do the is that 15?
Yeah,
13 go right now.
If that 15, if you could have made the 13 with it, I certainly would have shot it there. But
it might be kind of lying in a position that you could play it just just play shape on it. But he was on it though. I would have liked to have seen him if he could make it. Let's take a look at our overhead cam here. Yeah, that 8 might be covering it a little bit there.
And draws into the side off the 2.
So let's say your goal was to get out here, which it probably is. What is your... You got to take the 1 ball in the side?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to get out, I think you do. 1 on the side and take the 3 ball out.
You really can't get funny after that because of the 7 ball.
Yeah, you got a lot of good things will happen here, I think.
Doesn't look like he's taking enough angle on this.
I think he's just shooting the 1. Like, I'd be trying to push the 3.
You almost want to push the 3 and the 8.
Yeah, I think if you can push the 3...
That 8 and 15's got to be somewhat tight. Like, even if you just tickied the 3 out of there. Now we'll get a better look at that 8 ball and see if that's going to be any sort of question.
Certainly is tight.
It does go for sure. I think on a good hit, but
I think you could just play below it too. Shoot it up in the corner past the 9 or where the 6 is. If it's real tight.
what do you take next year? little too thin on the 4 ball. I think he's probably got to take the.
Probably the 2. He could even shoot the 6. Shoot the 6 and like 2 rails back out and get on the 4 on the side.
Almost looks like he's kind of second guessing the 8 ball. Like now we might want to move that 15.
Yeah, he is eyeing up that 3.
Looks like he's playing it with top, like he's gonna avoid it.
Push it to a worse spot.
Yeah, now it definitely it doesn't go on the side either now. So got a little more work to do. So now he's almost got to force follow the 2 to break up that 8. Because I don't think he can go at it at an angle because the 11 ball.
Yeah.
You could take the angle like kind of to the left of the 14 and bump it out that way, like with inside.
Yeah, you could wind up just pushing it back on the 15 again.
Well, I mean, it has to be moved.
Yeah.
Another option here for his last ball, he just kind of lags the 2 in and takes the bank on the 8.
Yeah, if you're real confident in your banking, that's not a bad idea. Well, the way it was rolling there, he could have hit that a little bit harder and it would have been perfect.
A tad harder, he would have been perfect. Jay's probably going to be taking the 6 ball. That 15 might kind of put his bridge hand in a goofy spot.
Looks like he's kind of eyeing up 6, 5, 2. Actually, from where I'm sitting, there's a chance he could make that 8 in the side,
like the right side,
like right where his left hand is.
See, I was thinking, as soon as he kind of put it there, it looked like it wasn't quite gonna go.
Yeah, it's hard for me to tell from back here, but it does look mighty close.
If you're like kind of to the like on the top of it, like from this angle, if you're no, not on top of the 8, but like slightly above straight in, you might be able to shoot it with a little inside and hold it.
I think he wanted to come out a little bit further.
That might have been where he was cueing with that 15. He might have just kind of had to shoot it to where he knew he could make it.
I think I saw him point to the right corner pocket.
That would be a nice shot, and that 14 is a nice blocker for him. As long as it either needs to go in or like it looks like it might. You certainly don't want to make this nice shot here and tie up the. If he plays it with top, I think he's gonna roll past the.
Just didn't cut in enough.
Well, Coleman with does he have some work to do, or can he play the?
I think
if he's where the spot is, I think he can shoot that. Oof. I think he can shoot that. You know the shot, like just a touch of inside. I think you could.
Yeah, I'm planning to break that out myself.
Yeah, but you're always moving balls that don't need to be moved.
Actually, I wonder if he could play that to the other corner past the 5.
It kind of looks like the same type of shot where like you'd have to be just below the 2. If he's got a play shape on this 14 on the rail, this is that shot we were saying on the way in. yesterday that he had some issues yesterday playing shape off of balls in the side pocket.
So is he going to try to break it off the 15 here? Break the 8 and 12 up?
I like your shot. Like, I would play this 2 or 1 rail and shoot it exactly, sort of. Yeah.
Can you see it?
It's really close.
A little bit less left hand spin on that, I think, would have been okay.
Yeah, for sure.
But this one he can overcut, and that 5 ball is kind of like a. Doesn't really tighten the pocket up at all. I mean, you have to hit it pretty good, but I think you could scrub the 5 here and be okay.
I think this is definitely going to take some right hand English on this shot. Like you said, possibly.
I don't know if you miscued there.
Oh. Well, Jay with a good opportunity here. Probably real happy again to be back at the table here.
Really good chance to tie it up. You think Coleman's got going on is he's at least got one of his balls in the mix there, and Jay's got to play one shot here. Got to be really good to get shape.
Yeah, but with ball in hand, I mean, you just
if it's
you just put it next to the 8. Like, I would put it next to the 8 and draw 1 rail. Kind of miss the 8. Put your cue ball towards the middle of the table.
You could even go 2 first and play a couple of rails out.
I wouldn't do that. I don't like that at all. There's just way more position play and balls to.
I think the angle he's got here, though, he should be fine.
This is like I can't believe I scratched in a side pocket shot.
I think he just plays top inside and goes 2 rails.
Oh, you think it's going that way?
Yeah. I guess 3 rails.
He could come a little flat, too tight in the
Ooh. Well, 14 by the side pocket makes it pretty big.
I won't say I told you so, but there's just a lot going on with taking the 2 ball first there.
Yeah, if you're going to take it, you got to make sure you're on a angle where you're not going to hit that stripe. Is he playing this in the side?
I'll tell you what, from the overhead view, looks like a pretty thin pocket, but from the angled view, it looks pretty good. So Coleman better get up and shoot really quick before that falls. So Coleman just needs to make just one shot. Shoot the.
Well, you can shoot the 9.
No, I'd shoot the 13. Just the 13's a real nice cut. You fall in the 9 perfectly. And the 14, obviously.
Yeah, I think he's lacking a little confidence on that 13, though. Looking at it. I agree with you that the 13 should be first.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can see him.
And then you're going to be, 2 feet closer to the 9 ball.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot. Did fall a little goofy on the
Yeah.
14. But, I mean, he's still fine. You just lag this forward.
I would almost bet he's going to cut it on the side and go 2 rails out. Off the end rail, off the long rail.
I need him to move so I can see. I don't know. That
seems very dangerous to me.
You almost have to draw it just to touch because the 13 is there. He is looking at that angle.
Yeah. I'm not crazy about that.
I don't like it at all. I think I mean, he's straight in on the 14. If you were like down on the 8 ball and the side pocket wasn't there and you were on the hill, you'd just be thrilled to be shooting this straight in the corner.
Yeah, he's just looking for the easiest shot here. He's going to draw it.
He's drawing it, yeah. He's drawing straight to the side rail. He's not even going to... Well, here's that 13 ball he didn't want to take.
Yep. Even worse angle.
Do you cut it?
I certainly do.
It looks really nasty.
Yes, it certainly does.
Well, I don't want to put a comment
with himself, but like, yeah, you got to shoot that first, bud.
Yeah.
Tied up.
So we are tied up. Neck and neck. Believe we are on a player break.
Yes. Yeah, while Coleman seems to be getting more and more frustrated, Jay has got to be just tickled pink with all the extra opportunities here.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know who the Knights match is?
I saw Chad Cox in here again, so I'm assuming he won last week.
Chad won. I don't know who the challenger is.
Vincent Schroeder.
Vince Schroeder. I know the name. Don't know who it is. Maybe I do. A lot of people to remember, you know?
Yeah. Guy in a position like you has got a lot of faces to put names to.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty tough. Like, I have a pretty good memory, and but man, I get a lot of people that is just like really trying to remember your name. Trying to find the view with. Funny they don't have a whole pool room view. Because this place is packed today. If you guys have never checked out one of the weekly mini tournaments, you should really check it out. I think they do them. Gosh, what do they do them? Friday, Sunday,
Monday, I believe, is 9 ball.
Okay.
Friday 10 ball, Sunday 8 ball, Monday 9 ball.
And I think they draw pretty good numbers. Pretty much every one.
I think you're correct.
Not sure what their break pot is up to, but they do have a weekly break pot. So real tight match here. We haven't really seen Coleman in this position yet.
Yeah, this is the closest it's been towards the end. I think his match against Eric Korb was pretty tight.
Okay.
Not sure if Korb got to 5 or 4.
Dave Hoppa, what's up? There is a cutoff. The Jester's match is 500. The Knights match is 600. And the Kings match, you just have to be able to hold a cue in your hands. There is a minimum entry fee to these two-person tournaments. They are, is it 150, 200, and 250 respectively?
I believe so. All right.
So Jay looks like he made a solid. Kind of a second ball break-esque part of the table there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 10 ball is kind of tough, and of course all those balls down there, and the 6 ball obviously.
Yeah.
Dave, I am not 100% sure. You would probably have to ask. I believe Mason is kind of the orchestrator now. At ACS. No, it was Oshkosh Open. It's like 2 in the morning, and I had strict instructions on when to close the pool room down, and of course I'm out of vodka Red Bull because it's well after bar close there, and here's Dave Hoppa scooting around on his scooter with like a 6-pack of vodka Red Bulls.
What a coincidence.
So, of course, Bubba being the great guy that he is, administers emergency vodka Red Bull procedures. So nice shot to get rid of
nice
this
bank
10
shot.
ball.
So I wonder if he's going to try to combo that 12-14, or if he's going to use the 15 to try to run into him. Or I guess that's the 11 by the corner.
It's not a bad combo. Like the 14 is close enough to the rail, or to the pocket rather.
Looks like he's going to use the 11 to try to go into him.
You do have a lot of options. Like if you hit him, you have a lot of options to, a lot of possible options.
Well, I thought he was going to try to draw or like try to get over to that side of the table. I think he might not be able to see the 13 to the side pocket now.
It's pretty close, but yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like he probably overcut it. Well, here, I mean, obviously you have your Loctite safe option off of the 14 ball. I think that's what we're going to see here. Just kind of stun draw into the rail. Looks like he's just
I think he's just going to roll off the top side of it.
I think he just put straight bottom on this and hit like just slightly above half ball. Oh, we got there.
Yeah, it's a Loctite safe. I think I would have tried maybe to bank the 14 a little bit more and like free up that pocket so you don't have to combo it. But other than that, I mean, you locked him up. He's got to make a shot here.
It was really effective if he gets ball in hand.
Yes,
which is a pretty good percentage of the time you might get ball in hand. He does have a lot to hit here. Like if he just kicks off like the one diamond on the bottom rail,
yeah,
you're probably going to get a hit. You do have to hit it with some pace. You do have to kind of hit it with some pace to make sure you hit a rail afterwards. Bubba, that was definitely not me. I don't remember that.
Is he kicking two rail at the 5?
Well, he got a hit, and he didn't do Jay any favors. So we might see another long game here unless someone just sells out. But I just don't see it because a lot of balls there that need to be moved. These are those games where I just don't know where to begin.
Yeah, I always have a really good idea how I think it should go, and about 2 shots in, I'm just lost.
We definitely don't play enough like one pocket to know these situations. That 9 ball just does get a rail. That was a good hit.
Here's where we talked about a few racks ago where he had a ball on the railing, he didn't do anything with it. It just
you talking about the? He's either. Well, I would move the 6 ball here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Leave the 5.
Yeah, because you can play.
You could shoot a stop shot in the 6 ball right here and be pretty good.
Yeah.
If you wanted to leave some distance, you could like follow the cue ball up. Like hit the 6 into the rail with some left hand spin where he's at, then lag the cue ball up. It almost looks like he's cutting the 6 up.
Cut it right in.
I did like that. But you risked bumping that. Is it the 13?
Oh yeah.
Out.
I mean, I guess from here you can try to get out. If that's his plan.
Well, you need to get real good on the 5 ball, obviously, or you need to make a really nice cut shot. Dave, I will say that definitely was one too many.
Just another night where Jeff gets overserved.
Oh, Coleman miscued, which probably wasn't a bad thing. I don't think Jay's sitting really well, or I mean, certainly not really well. Like where you can play a safe,
Right.
you know, a Loctite safe or something.
I think if I'm Jay, I might try to combo the 13 into the 5 or the 5 ball and like push it into that cluster. Just so that Coleman's got to break it up.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Because his balls are clustered regardless. Right. I think he's going to try to thin the 13.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't sell out that 5. I think what he was trying to do is like leave him. Well, I mean, what were you trying? What was the?
I don't know if he was trying to get under the 14, maybe.
That is such a tough shot.
Yeah.
And if it didn't happen, like you leave him flatter on the 5. So Coleman here really needs to shoot this 5 ball.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a cut, it looks. I mean, it's definitely doable. He did just make that similar cut on the 6, so.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. You know, I'm sure he's not super confident right now, but yeah, I would have thought the 5 ball there, doing something with that was the shot.
Yep. Because, you know, Jay's balls they are not very doable.
Right.
Well, your shot here, since you didn't take the 6 ball, is play safe on the 1. I think you lag that 1 into the rail. Because, I mean, if you pass on the 5 ball, your goal at this point should be to get ball in hand on it.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't take that shot there, you're going to want to try to get ball in hand on it. And off of this shot right here is the one to do that.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. I don't think I thought maybe that was a little too hard, but I do think he's
got him.
Do think he may have got him.
He might be able to see the 14. Gonna be the problem for Coleman here is that, you know, if Jay can knock that 14 out of there where he's got something to break up the 9 and 12, then Coleman's in trouble with the 5 ball still sitting there.
Yep. So we are up to 65 viewers. So only 20 on Facebook. That's a good number to be on YouTube. But if you guys could please go to our YouTube channel, Mad Apple Extreme, and like and subscribe. Really help us out keeping the streams for free. Free 99, as Taylor Collar says. Taylor the commentator. Although I think people probably pay big money for this stuff, right?
Yeah, I think with the A team maybe, but with us probably not.
Yeah. So Jay's still looking us over here. He is queuing up like he can shoot at the.
I wonder if he's shooting at the 13 or the 14.
Nice shot.
There it
Okay,
is.
so can he cue the full 5 ball? I don't think he can.
Doesn't look like it. Here's what we were talking about. Where like he needed to move that a couple shots ago.
It looks pretty close. Like you could like jack up and maybe throw it in. Problem there is like you might set him
Yeah.
right on that 13 on the side with the angle to shoot the 14 or
Yeah.
to get on the 14.
With the 14 there, I think you might even be able to take a stab at that combo.
Yeah, that is true.
Big pocket.
Yeah, Dave, I think I might have gotten in trouble with the city. We might have gotten in trouble with the city of Oshkosh for that one. I don't remember what night that was on.
Going after it. Good shot.
Real good shot.
So
Coleman really needs to get out here. Yep. You know, I like the 4 here.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
You can play it with a little outside and come 2 rails between the 12 and 13. You could play it. You might be able to just do straight top and come up in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
I think he's got that angle where he doesn't have to put any English on it.
He's going to go the other way and look at the 1.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is like, you know, here again with that 3 in the middle of the table, you have to get so good on it.
I think you can shoot the 4 from here, though. Tight past the 14, but if that's how you're going to play it, basically forced to shoot the 4.
It does go, and he does almost have a full pocket. Nice shot. Definitely hit that with some pace. There's nothing wrong with that. He can kind of flailed his arms a little bit. He didn't like that. But this is fine. I mean, you just put a little stroke on this to go to the rail and back out.
You think he's going to cut that to the same pocket, or do you think he's going to go to the right pocket?
No, I think you go to the right. I think you just put some low left on it.
Got to make sure you don't put that super nice draw stroke on it and draw right in the side.
No, you don't put that much on it.
Yeah, I agree. Just, you know, like a kind of a punchy stroke on it to the rail and out.
I can tell you right now what he's going to do.
Let me hear it.
You know it too.
Oh, he's cutting to the left.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay. I was going to suggest like jack up and like a lot of like like low right for 3 rail shape. So that was a nice shot. Good recovery. So now he's got one more nice shot he's going to come with here to get on the hill.
Yeah, this out is a very
so not a bad angle.
Like just not a super confident out. he never really picked a spot to play shape to, but he's on the 8.
He pointed somewhere. Where was it?
I think he pointed to the left.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. So do you kind of hit this with some pace with top, or do you just stroke it to the side rail?
I think I just stroke it to the side rail.
Yeah. Well, so we left Jay with that angle to, probably bump into the 913. He might even still be able to, like you offered up, the 13-9 combo carom.
Yeah, from where he's at, though, I definitely shoot the 14. Try to break that out.
The only problem with that is, like, if you do the combo, you're guaranteed a shot. Or, I'm sorry, if you do the combo carom, you're guaranteed a shot.
Yeah.
But if you do the...
From where he's at, though, you can chunk that.
But he's not guaranteed a shot. If he does the
Correct.
14 to bump into it, he's by no means guaranteed a shot. Well, he's guaranteed a shot.
Yeah.
But he is more than likely going to be...
I think he can just shoot that 13s like straight in, isn't it? 13, 9, 12, and you're out.
It's close. I think you're right, though.
So must have to cut it a little bit.
Yeah, he is off angle a little bit. It's a nice shot.
There you go. And just play the 9, probably 2 rails.
Yep. Now this is kind of similar to that shot that he played before. Well, not really, because you wouldn't play this with... You don't play this with high inside, do you?
No.
You zigzag with...
Yeah, I just zigzag with, like, a little bit of low left. He's eyeing that up on the side, though.
Well, if he's eyeing us up on the side, he should do that now.
Yeah, I agree. If he thinks he's going to shoot it in the side, like, now is the time.
Yeah, do not try to play shape to shoot it in the side.
Yeah, he looks... Either he's going to shoot it in the side now, or he looks like he wants to stay under it. Like, stay on the same side of it. Where he just goes straight across the table and not try to get above it.
I don't like that at all. If you try to get above it, you have so much room for error.
Perfect. Nice shot. Really good pace on it.
All right, Jay Christian with a good opportunity to go up 6-5. And he does. That was a nice out. Definitely took advantage of the missed 8-ball.
Yep. First time Coleman's been in danger of losing. They're this close to it.
This might be... Is this, like... This has to be close to his first time trailing. Aside from maybe like
Yeah,
where someone wins the first game.
yeah. I think he's always been, once you get to, like 2 games apiece, he's always led. Yeah, I think he's been down like 1-0 or 2-0 maybe.
Oh, he has been down 2-0.
I don't know for sure, but think
I think all I've been here 4 times. I think this is,
okay.
or is this a 6th time?
Yeah, this is his 6th week, I believe.
Yeah, okay, because yeah. I've been here 4 times, and I don't think he's ever been down 2-0
Okay.
for with when I was here.
Well, let's see if Jake can get a good break and try to run out and knock Coleman off his throne. Makes a stripe. Looks like both balls get out. Two might be tight.
Well, I would do stripes. That 7 ball. The 7 ball does go in the right corner pocket, but I would do stripes.
Yeah, I think I like stripes.
Looks like he's eyeing up the combo right away. Might be looking at the 12-2 combo.
Wouldn't be terrible, because then you were basically on the 7 right away.
Yeah, that's true too.
Opt for the 14 instead.
So will he play this to draw into the 13? Or
I was kind of wondering if you could play that like with top on it and shoot the 12 next. Or the 13, 12, I think it is.
The 13 is on the rail. The 12 is over by the 2 ball.
Yeah. If I was going to shoot the 14, I'd use that to get on the 12.
Oh, like punch it over.
Yeah, basically go.
You talking about? Yeah. That's the 12 ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use your 14, maybe go 2 rails into the 12.
Okay. 2 force follow, 2 rails for the 12.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out.
I am also glad.
Appears to be what he was after too. That's a good shot. Landed a little bit funny.
Yeah. I would have wanted to be on the left side of that.
Yeah.
What do you play shape on after this?
Yeah.
Does the 11 go?
Looks like it might.
It's tight if it does. It's a good shot.
So I guess from here he's got the option to play the 13. Play a 10-13 combo.
So where does your cue ball go after this? Like,
I think if
you don't want to wind up right where you're at.
Right. I think you just roll it in as slow as you can and try to save a shot on the 10.
Okay. Played it with some pace to try to come back for that 11. See, I like that, but be really sure it comes back. Like, there's no harm in overhitting that. But yeah, like you said, if either very slowly, like you said, or with plenty of pace to be sure you come So he's probably going to have to play safe on the 9. I don't really see a...
Almost looks like he's going to do something with the 11.
He's kind of eyeing up the 11-10, it looked like.
Looked like at first he was eyeing up the possibility of cutting the 11, but I think the 8 ball there's scaring him away from it.
Does that go right by the 10?
It looks like there's room for it. You know how it goes.
I feel like you'd be pretty unlucky to make that. The 8.
Yeah, but you know how I always feel like if you know it's a possibility, then like that's always in the back of your mind, and you always play it in a way that you're going to drill that 8 ball.
You don't want a shot like this, or no, maybe not like this, but like where you think you might pocket the 8 ball.
It's like he's kicking at the 9.
Like you try to aim up to where you will pocket the 8 ball, and then don't hit it that way.
Nice shot.
Very nice shot from Jay. Real good angle. Just doesn't want too much angle on the 11 going away from the 8 ball.
Yeah, his pocket speed's been so good here. I would say you have to worry about like overrunning the 11 and maybe winding up behind the 7. But his speed control's been super today.
But look at where the 10 is. Like that's a thin cut in the overhead. On the slanted view, it's real good. But that overhead, and here's a little better view of it. You almost might have to.
I would play honestly. I'd like play my line to try to hit the 7.
Hit the 7. I think you're more likely to hit the 4.
I wouldn't either.
He was right in between.
Yeah. Nice shot.
Real good shot. No worries about overrunning the 8 ball here. It looks like he can cue a full ball too. He's not bridging goofy around the 4-3.
Doesn't look like he's got too much angle either. Like he can just kind of roll it in with a little bit of left on it. Don't keep it, if he runs into the rail, it stays up.
He was kind of eyeing up like where he might be on that 8. It seemed like pretty high. Yeah, he wasn't anywhere near where he kind of eyed up. So Jay Christian looks like will take over the Jesters. I don't want to jinx them here.
There it is.
There it is.
Knocks Coleman off his throne.
So where is Jay from? Do you say he's from Menominee?
Yeah, Menominee, Marquette
like
area.
The Marin,
like Marinette, yeah. Okay. Michigan. But he's got some family here that he comes over here quite a bit, I guess.
Well, I have to say, 3 break-in runs for Jay. Probably.
Yeah,
I hope he's in a real good place with his family up here because he might be here.
Yeah,
he might be visiting every Sunday.
He was certainly the stronger player today.
So Coleman thinks they're gonna play some more pool. Nobody wants to watch that. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in for the Jesters match. We are located at Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company on West College Avenue in Appleton. And we do have the Knights match coming up.
With Chad Cox and Vincent Schroeder.
Chad was the champion from last week. So thank you guys for tuning in. And what time does the
7:30?
7:30,
I believe.
All right. Well, you all come back to watch the night match